Radical.
Welcome to Flea Market Stories, documenting one man's journey into the world of flea marketing. I was thinking about having this be just a big, long 30-40 minute upload because there's a lot of documenting that has to be done on this weekend. But I'm going to cut this up because it was a very active weekend into several different parts. Okay? That's what we're going to do here. Some weekends, they're slow weekends, boring weekends, and I can pretty much wrap them all up in one upload, but I really can't do it with this one. I want to finish off talking about this past Saturday. One instance I think it's worth discussing. There's this one fella that comes by, and he comes by with his wife and his son, and I haven't seen them in a while, and they don't really buy a lot. Actually, there's really nothing particularly interesting about them. But what this one guy said, I found to be interesting. He talked about how he got a PlayStation 5. And he was really, months and months back, he was really jazzed about it. He was proud to have a PlayStation 5. I think he paid $900 for it with a bundle, like a GameStop. I think he got a lot of different things. He was happy to get one. But I asked him, how's things going with that PS5? And he honestly really wasn't that happy with it. And I said, well, you're lucky to have a PS5, man. They're more readily available now, but I said, you're lucky to have one. Why the long face on it? And he was just like, the games, man, I can't tell much damn difference. Now, I'm sure there's a difference in the graphics between a PS5 and a PS4. I'm sure there are. But maybe he's not someone that plays games a whole lot. Maybe got it for his son, right? Maybe he was expecting a whole new world. It's a whole new world. I think he was expecting a whole new world of graphics with this PlayStation 5. And I told him, okay, well, maybe in a year or two, or maybe when the next Grand Theft Auto comes out, you'll tell the difference. But, just hang in there. He still was dismissive, I take a game, I put him into PS4, I put it into PS5, I can't tell the damn difference. He was expecting, an instant, wow on every game for spending almost $1,000 on that PlayStation 5. And he's also not too happy about the storage situation, the size of the games. There's a lot of things he didn't really like, but he got it mostly for his kid, right? Then there's one thing I found really kind of weird, right? I known him somewhat, but out of nowhere, in the middle of the conversation about video games, he looks at me and he goes want to go fishing? I didn't know if he was talking to me, right? I was looking around. There wasn't nobody around. And he was talking to me. Want to go fishing? Now, I'll tell you all. I don't think I've ever been fishing in my entire life. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I need to go fishing, put on some Jimmy Buffett, pop back a couple of cold ones and go fishing. Maybe I'm missing out on a whole lot, but the idea of going out, and I don't like water. I have a bit of a water phobia. I can't swim. Just to be honest, I can't swim. If I had to, maybe I could. I know the process. But if I went out to go fishing, I wouldn't go on a fishing boat. And then there's Jaws out there. I've seen the Jaws movies. So if I went out to be fishing, it would be the corner. Just a corner, right? And then, I'm a clean person. I'm a neat person, right? You get kind of dirty when you're fishing, right? Because you got to get the worms. You got to put them on the line, cast it out. I think the only thing that I find fun would be just whoosh, casting out the line. And then there's the waiting. You're sitting down and you're waiting for something to pull on the line. It's going to be a fish. Unless, like I said, it's Jaws. It's going to be a fish pulling on the line. And we're going to pull up. Maybe it's funner than it sounds. But the thing is, I don't like fish. I don't eat fish. I hate fish. I dislike fish. Can't stand fish. Only if the chick is really hot will I, handle a little bit of fish smell. I don't even like the fish smell. There's nothing about fish I like, man. I'm a chicken guy. I'm a chicken man. Now, if I cast out a line and I got maybe some chickens or something like that. But then I have to like kill the chicken and then prepare the chicken, right? If I was casting out a line and it was for maybe some gold coins or something like that, okay, some money, all right, something like that. I mean, maybe well, I say video games, but then the cards would be ruined because they're in the water. There's no aspect of fishing that I find interesting. Is it the camaraderie? Is it the sitting around and talking with somebody? I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, if you want to, leave me some fishing stories in the comment section down below. Hell, give me some good fishing stories. Maybe you can change my mind. But the idea of going fishing with this guy just did not appeal to me. It did not. Now, maybe if it was a beautiful woman that asked me if I wanted to go fishing, okay, maybe I'll go fishing. I mean, that's a motivator right there. Beautiful women are a great motivator, just in general, always. But he kind of teased a bit, like he was like, I bet you never know how to fish. And, I lied a little bit. I'm like, I've been fishing before. I just, not my thing. Not my thing. Because I didn't want him to call me out like, oh, you never been fishing? What's wrong with you, boy? You never been fishing? So I just didn't want that. So I took the middle ground and I lied and I said like, yeah, I've been fishing. Just not my thing. I mean, I said, I'm not the best at it. Some people, you would probably be amazing at it. But in that moment, I was saved because one of my assistants, I have two assistants, by the way, more on that later. One of my assistants, he said, yeah, I go fishing with you. Yeah. So he basically took that it's like an awkward silence after he looked at me. He's like, we'll go fishing. Like I had to give an answer right there. And I was thinking, I've been friendly to him, but have we bonded to the point as pals that we can go fishing? Seems like there should be some kind of like a point of bonding before you go fishing with a guy, right? But he talked in all fishing terms, like I take it, I do this, I flip the fish. I don't know what he said. Made sense if you're a fisherman. But yeah, I was like, not seriously not thinking that one of my assistants, I was underestimating him. But he has a lot of life skills. Even though he has like a little bit of a speech impediment and you could tell like he's not the quickest, he's not the sharpest knife in a drawer. Maybe it's just because he talks kind of slow in his speech impediment, but I would be lost if I went out fishing, but he knows a lot about fishing. So I'm going to try make that fishing bromance happen between them and then they can go fishing possibly. But I was just really thankful to my assistant right there. Just being a good assistant, and I mean, to him, he would love to go fishing and they would love to go fishing. So sometimes it's about finding a buddy that's into what you're into. Like sometimes people be out there fishing and you walk to somebody and you go like, hey, you want to go gaming? And then they wouldn't be like, what are you talking about? Like gaming? I've never played no video games. So to some people, they don't play video games and you have to bring them on to gaming and show them the Halos and the Marios and the Zeldas and all that kind of stuff and introduce them to that world. And I don't mean to knock the world of fishing. I know a lot of people go fishing, but to me, personally, I don't think fishing's for me.